AI was not used in the creation of this podcast. This is the Social Geek Radio Network. It's the Franchise News Podcast for Wednesday, March 4th, 2026. I'm Jack Munson, and I read the news so you don't have to. Today's news is brought to you by CareerPlug and Thunderly. Are your FranDev marketing, advertising, content marketing, and PR teams really working together? Learn how Thunderly's amplified integrated marketing can drive franchise development growth at thunderlymarketing.com. Big thanks to the team and franchisees at Zbart International for welcoming me as your MC this week at your annual conference. Lots of announcements from the franchise community coming out of last week's IFA convention in Vegas. The IFA and Franchise Update Media announced the evolution of a new event, the Franchise Growth and Marketing Conference. It's happening in Atlanta in June, and it's built for the CMOs, the C-suite, and brand presidents who see marketing as the growth engine of their franchise, not just a cost center. More on this new event later in this podcast. Restaurant and food service sales are expected to reach $1.55 trillion this year. That's a 4.8% increase over last year. That's according to the National Restaurant Association and its 2026 State of the Industry report. Chad Motre, chief economist for the NRA, said after a year when 60% of operators reported softer customer traffic, there's cautious optimism for improvement. See more on this report at restaurant.org. Senior care franchise A Place at Home has been acquired by DaVita, a global home care provider operating across 6 international markets. The A Place at Home brand and leadership will remain in place with co-founders Dustin DiStefano as CEO and Jared Ivanich as president. Mike Boyer, CEO of DaVita North America, said, "A Place at Home has built a strong organization rooted in service and integrity. Under the DaVita brand, that foundation remains." The International Franchise Professionals Group, IFPG, has acquired Franchise Business Review. IFPG President Red Boswell said, "This strategic acquisition enhances the value IFPG delivers to both consultants and franchisors, while strengthening the data-driven foundation of the franchise discovery process." Eric Stites, CEO of Franchise Business Review, said, "I'm confident this partnership will propel FBR forward as a continued leader in franchise performance benchmarking, while contributing to the broader growth platform IFPG is building." Papa John's, which posted same-store sales declines of 5% last quarter, will close 300 underperforming restaurants, mostly franchisee-owned. CFO and North America President Ravi Thanawala said these units don't meet brand expectations, are over a decade old, and generate AUVs of under $600,000. The company has already cut its corporate workforce by 7%. Milestones this week include Goldfish Swim School, celebrating 2 decades of excellence in water safety, now with over 200 locations. CEO and co-founder Chris McQueeston said, "Growing from a single school into a leading national swim school franchise reflects the trust parents place in our mission." And co-founder and visionary Jenny McQueeston added, "Our 20th anniversary is so much more than a celebration of a business. It celebrates the more than 11 million potentially life-saving swimming lessons provided to date." And Scooter's Coffee is celebrating the milestone of 900 stores open nationwide. Chief Growth Officer Tim Arpin is already looking ahead. He said, "As we turn our attention to an even bigger milestone, Store 1000, we're partnering with our franchisees to grow our footprint through our traditional kiosk format and additional store formats such as end caps and non-traditional locations." The Franchise News is brought to you by CareerPlug, the franchise hiring experts. We all know hiring is hard. CareerPlug makes it easier with purpose-built software for franchise hiring that is systematic, not stressful. CareerPlug is offering listeners of this podcast free access to the Franchise People Playbook. It's founder Clint Smith's new book, where he shares more than a decade's worth of proven strategies for building winning teams and powering franchise growth. Grab your free copy at careerplug.com/franchisors. That's careerplug.com/franchisors. In People News and Career Moves, Eggs Up Grill has appointed Kayla Money as Chief Financial Officer. Shannon Iverson joins El Pollo Loco as VP of Franchise Growth. FranNet announced the hiring of Amanda Duplantis as president. At GoTo Foods, Brent Ubel becomes CFO, and Francisco Bram joins as CGO. And Spencer Perkins is now BNI International's Director of Marketing. Congratulations to all. Let's get loud. Coming up on the franchise calendar, next up, it's the Restaurant Franchising and Innovation Summit from Fast Casual in San Diego, March 16th through the 18th. Then we'll all be back in Vegas for the 2026 Multi-Unit Franchising Conference. Personally, my favorite show of the year. It's March 24th through the 27th at Caesars Forum from Franchise Update and the IFA. The Canadian Franchise Association has its national convention in Ottawa this year, April 18th through the 20th. The National Restaurant Association's annual show is in Chicago once again, May 16th through the 19th. The International Franchise Expo from MFV is in New York City, May 29th through the 30th, and June 2nd through the 4th, it's the all-new FGMC in Atlanta. That's the Franchise Growth and Marketing Conference from IFA and Franchise Update Media. We'll see you down the road. And that's the way it is in the franchise community. Thank you for listening and staying connected on the Social Geek Radio Network.